Hello and welcome to the ArmA 3 E3 2012 game trailers presentation. Now, we've got a lot to get through, so Ivan is going to take us around Camp Maxwell. My name's Crowe and Ivan Bukta, creative director on ArmA 3. We're going to take you through some of the new features, both general and specific, and try and give you some exclusive new information about ArmA 3 and get you all excited for the community alpha, which is released later this year. Lighting is obviously a big improvement for ArmA 3, and if Ivan takes us through some firing drills, we'll get to see that in action alongside some of the new weapon handling and new animations. Switching to third-person mode, we can see some of the new options we have in terms of the fluid animations. We can lean to the left and right now. We go into cover, we can lean to the left, we can duck down, we can pop up a little bit. And this is all designed to give the player a little bit more control. We're not a cover shooter, you can't snap it to cover here, but you do have a few more options in terms of protecting yourself on the battlefield and taking down your targets. This kind of hands-on gameplay is a little different from what we've shown before. Last year we was showcasing more of the features in a static way. Now we're really looking forward to get people hands-on with the content. Well, why are we doing that? Well, it all fits into our philosophy of getting people hands-on, getting some feedback, and the community alpha at the end of this year is the culmination of that goal. Simple content like this helps us test our animations, test our weapon handling, and hopefully it'll provide players with some simple, repeatable challenges that they can get on a leaderboard with. Okay, that's a general look and feel of it, but maybe we can show something more specific now. Let's go into underwater with our diving showcase. Now, the underwater environment, really easier for us to talk about. All of the development team has some sort of input into this. The environment is brand new with the seabed, seaweed, fish, particle effects, all coming together to create a convincing underwater environment. Of course, then you've got sound designers, animation leads. Everyone has to contribute something to help create this brand new environment for ArmA. Now, the environment itself is a logical extension of what ArmA 3 is all about. It's easy to talk about ArmA 3 in terms of its freedom. Now, before you could get into a helicopter, get into a tank, get into a jeep. Now we can get into a submarine, get to our objective in another way entirely. The rendered texture, or picture-in-picture, as we see inside the cockpit, this is a nice demonstration of how it really affects gameplay. It also has a lot of nice little things, having mirrors in vehicles, but here we're using it to navigate so we don't have to go into third person. Helps immerse us in the game just a little bit more. So, if Ivan navigates us underneath the rocky outcropping here, we can head towards a couple of Op-4 divers. Ivan will probably want to jump out after that rock and take out our underwater rifle. I was surprised at how much controversy our underwater rifle caused when we presented it on YouTube a few weeks ago. This is a specially designed weapon. We're not talking about taking an M4 underwater or taking our favorite AK down there. This is a short-range weapon, around 30 meters, with specific ammunition for this particular gameplay here. So we're taking down some divers, we're going to disarm some mines. You can get the feeling of how this new avenue of gameplay opens up options to the player. New particle effects, new sounds, everything works together, and although we're at alpha at the moment, we're happy with the way things are progressing. Okay, I think that gives you a good idea of where we are with our underwater world. Getting behind the wheel of a vehicle here, we'll see the physics-supported driving in motion, and then we'll switch into our gunner seat and take down some enemies. Again, a lot of nice little touches all working together to create the overall scene. Exhaust effects, the sound effects that you can hear. We're really focusing on bringing a lot more quality to the ArmA 3 release, and again, testing that with the community alpha will be a part of that process. We're moving from PhysX 2 to PhysX 3. That partly explains the delay in the community alpha, originally scheduled for July, now coming more around Gamescom time, August, September. So as we head down the road, we'll keep an eye out for enemies, and Ivan will switch to the gunner's position. We can take a look at the grenade launcher and thermal imaging optics. Okay, thermal imaging, new for ArmA 3 compared to ArmA 2, introducing Operation Arrowhead, ported across from the military side of our games with BBS. Gives you a few tactical options. Enemies will appear in white, the barrel of your gun will heat up. Really useful for engaging enemies in dense cover or at night. Reinforced by some new sounds, making the weapons feel more powerful, and then seeing the effect of that with things like Ragdoll. Of course, a lot of config values still to tweak, make everything feel as authentic as we can, but really bringing the engine up to scratch for a modern day game.